Yeah, they do say that you play the game to change the game. As we try to fit ourselves in this authentic frame, LAFIT Podcast is the name. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeff, and with me kama kawaida is
the co-captain of the ship.
Oh yes,
I go by the name of Kwame, the one and only Mr. Lyrics is God written, just in case you needed proof.
Yes, I'm still counting on the titles. Go on.
No, today I think I'll be giving you one as the show goes on. By the end of the season, I'll have like 30 AKAs. Rest in peace to AKA too.
Yeah, that was very sad, man. What happened, to Mega? What was his name? Mega? I forget his.
Forbes.
Mega Forbes.
No, I think I know his last name is Forbes.
Oh, okay. There's something he used to say a lot in his songs. Mega something. But anyway,
okay.
Like you said, how you doing, Kwame?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm doing well.
Yes, today I think we need to do things a bit differently.
Okay.
So being that we are celebrating 50 years of hip hop culture and music on August. Because the official birthday for hip hop is August 1973 on Sedgwick Avenue at the Bronx, New York. Where, there's a person known as Clive Campbell.
Okay.
Yeah, aka DJ Cool Hack. So he played the first part, which came to be known as the birthday of hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep on saying okay, because me unanichanua too. There's a lot that I didn't know about that, but that's amazing. So
yeah, that's just a by the way.
Yeah.
So in memory of the 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah.
Lyrically energized my mind, body and soul, now rocking with a being a 1,000 years old. In the flesh ni kitu complex than space and time concept. Na context ya dinosaurs way back enzi ya T-Rex. Dunia ni magnet, inako ni solid ya iron. Kwa solar system Venus ni planet ina rotate clockwise na rest na wana ikiwa open, mini ka dolphin, equivalent ya morphin rigor mortis. From hypothesis mahali mu derive philosophies za Socrates na mafikra chaotic soliloquy na kuna days na nyakati on self sijai skiza, perhaps kuna comfort in sleeping kwa bed of lies. So for the sake of status kuwa na shock value, of course nafaa kubaki kwa mziki even though my heart has left. So uninspired even a checks chenye na right ni leftovers, but I carried my cross 40 days na nights ka Jehovah.
Dopamine for sure, man.
Yeah, so
in case they didn't know, Maze, only the type of talent ambayo iko kwa show hapa hivi.
Yeah. In case anyone will go back, you can go back and listen to the lyrics. I talk about a few things. I talk about resting with one eye open like a dolphin. I talk about Venus and its rotation, clockwise rotation.
Yeah.
And I talk about a lot of other things, so which coincides with today's topic.
I've realized that your lyrics, whenever you do a song, they're not typical. Like you said, you touched on a dolphin and the characteristics as far as how physiology, kilala and all that.
Yeah.
You touched on astronomy kidogo.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's actually very, very rich.
Yeah. So for today's topic, we are going to be talking about philosophy. It comes from two words. Philo, which means love or a lover. And Sophie, which means wisdom. So philosophy put together in layman terms is just a lover of wisdom or a wisdom lover. You can interchange it. It's still okay.
Can it be used like romantically, like the first part, like instead of kusema baby ama nini, can you actually call someone your better half or
philo?
The philo or something. Ama your body ja catch on, itakuwa strange.
Yeah, I think unaweza ianzisha alafu catch on.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's quite interesting. Now, but since we have schooled the people what philosophy is, right? Yeah, now philosophy in simple terms just means like a love of wisdom. Yeah, and what is philosophy? Philosophy is simply whenever you go from a state of not knowing to knowing, you actually are a philosopher.
Okay. So you didn't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Automatically make a philosopher.
And what is our topic for the day?
That is actually a very good introductory bit of it. Yeah, so the topic of the day, just like Kwame has asked, is did you know? those 3 simple words.
I think we need an award for our intros into our topics. Like no one else does it the way we do it.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, did you know? But basically, we what we want to do today is, and Kwame, thank you for a very elaborate introduction. Personally, I'll go back to the episode.
Yes.
Nisikie hizo lyrics pia ni decode tena.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it was amazing.
Yeah.
And yes, the topic of today, just like Kwame has led us into, we're going to look on, touch on a bit of few things that have happened, are happening, or might happen in our life, or that happened before, that we found interesting, and maybe you can too. So we just dive into a bit of things that we picked on and see what we can come out with, or from the conversation. And of course, I have a few. Let me just check on my assistant up by V. Mr. Masai is holding.
Mr. Masai, what's up?
Mr. Masai is holding my notes. In case you tuning in for the first time, or you're not aware of a new co-host, he goes by he's Masai, and we christened him Mark.
Yes.
So Mark Masai is doing well. I think I need those. What do you call those things that goes into the ears? Earbuds.
Yeah,
Q-tips, right?
Earbuds,
Q-tip. Is it the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I've just noticed Mr. Mark Masai's ears needs a little bit of waxing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think we move on swiftly.
Yeah.
Before Mark catch my feelings.
Yeah.
Now, the first did you know fact is Kwame. You ready? I'm going to throw it to you.
Yep.
Did you know that babies, watoi, babies learn languages while still in the womb? Research has actually been carried out to this effect.
Yeah.
And this is believed to happen during the last 10 weeks of pregnancy. So scientists have actually done research.
Yes.
And they've actually established, according to the research that they've done,
scientifically proven.
Yes.
Okay.
That when a baby is still in the womb, not yet born, they're actually capable of
speaking and learning languages.
Speaking and learning a language. So if maybe the parents or the people around them are speaking a particular dialect,
yes,
babies are able to pick on that, and they learn that language from that point. And I think it might be true, because sometimes babies of course are intelligent, as they say, but sometimes maybe I look at kids at a certain age and they're able to communicate, not even necessarily as effectively as adults, but you wonder how do they catch on so fast. So maybe this fact has a bit of, what do you say,
any language in particular you think you might have picked from your parents?
Or when I was the last 10 weeks of pregnancy?
Yes.
I want to believe the languages that I'm speaking to date, because that's what has been
with
around
an exception of Sheng, right?
Yeah. But you never know. Maybe there was an elder cousin or someone who was
the early beginnings of Sheng as a language.
Mwenye alikuwa naongea Sheng and I picked on it and was sure.
Okay. Because the reason I'm asking for Sheng is because Sheng as a language, it's not that old. It has a few decades on its name. But it's not that old. But you, on the other hand, we know your age, so
mimi ni mzae hivyo ama mimi ni mdogo
mzae.
Sawa. Now moving on swiftly, wacha ni assume your DC janini. So these scientists also believe that babies cry with an accent. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of research going on out here, and that's I think that's there's usually a phrase called third world problems, whereby vitu zinasumbua watu wenye wako in developed countries and not necessarily vitu zinatusumbua. So as we're grappling with the hunger and how we can research and come up with the best GMOs na nini za kugrow haraka ili kumitigate hunger, as we're struggling with sanitation and proper whatevers, and as we're struggling with the electrification na nini, they did that so much earlier on that they sort of create new things. So again, these scientists, they establish, or they believe that babies cry with an accent, and you can actually determine baby's native language by the accent they cry in. watu wako busy hapa nje. Watu wako busy hapa nje. And I think maybe relating it to you picking a certain dialect in the last 10 weeks of pregnancy and you asked the languages that I picked on your time.
Yes.
I'm just glad probably that maybe akuwa na Waindi hapa around walikuwa wanaongea at that time, because maybe saying ingekuwa naongea na accent ya Kihindi or something, but no this to the Asians. Shout out.
We actually have I think we have a few Asian subscribers.
Yeah kabisa,
so shout out. I think the best thing we need to do is to make fun of whatever insecurities or imperfections.
Yes.
I think it removes the stigma away from whatever it is.
Yeah.
You remember like in 8 Mile the movie, like Eminem's battle, I think it was the last battle, where he actually talked about everything that was wrong with himself. So by the time his opponent came and tried to dig him, like the words had no power.
It doesn't hurt anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's good though. Like Abisa, for sure. Like if you can actually poke fun into each other's cultures and all that. Speaking of babies, Kwame, there's a story that I've just remembered.
Yes.
And it actually it was
I hope you're not going to put me on blast.
No. It was actually on. It involves someone that you know, and I probably won't mention their names until to part clearances. But basically, what happened? Speaking of babies. There's a dude that one time alienda Hosi. So alienda Hosi, of course he was under the weather and all that. Kufika Hosi akaambia okay yako, we need to do tests. So of course when you do, whether it's malaria or typhoid, dockies have to do tests. It has to be taken to the lab. And in this specific occasion, he was asked to come back with samples. Like Hosi unaulizoga sample ya usually urine, stool.
Yes.
Very uncomfortable, especially the stool part, but they insist on it a lot of times.
Fortunately, I haven't gone through that, the stool part as an adult.
Okay.
Yes.
And a lot of times you find that most of the time, most adults are not comfortable giving the samples while they're in the hospital. So they usually opt.
And now kijani anapata later.
They take the sample kits, if you've seen them, the small bottles. They go back home with them, and then after they've done the business, on a scoop, because it comes with a spatula or something, like a small spoon up. Ya kuchota maneno. So what happened with this guy is he went back home. He was not comfortable with kutoa stool yake
kwa Hosi.
So he went back home with the sample kit. Akafika home, akachukua urine. Akachukua urine akaeka, alafu he placed it somewhere in the house, let me put it that way. Now the wife the next morning was cleaning. Actually it was that very morning. The wife was doing some chores in the house, cleaning the house, and then she knocked, unintentionally she knocked the sample kit. And it spilled the contents. So the wife, knowing very well how the husband how the husband is very temperamental, like you said, she thought about it and she said, if I tell my husband that I spilled this, it will be a whole new story over nothing. What I can do is, it was just urine, let me pee into this and then I return it back to the original position. That is exactly what she did. Now the husband was done with whatever it is he was doing. As he was leaving for the hospital, he picked the sample, akaenda na Hosi. He gets to the hospital, anapatia na wase wa lab wenda ufanye all the tests. So he's waiting the typical 20-30 minutes, ngoja kidogo. So all of a sudden, like the 30 minutes turns into an hour, probably another 15 minutes on top. He's getting restless. Kumbe, what is happening is, in the lab they're redoing the tests because apparently they're finding strange findings. And as he's waiting, sakopali hivyo kwa kistool, some bench, he can see the lab doctors, the lab technicians coming out, popping out their heads out of the door, checking on him, going back. Nurses are now coming from all the directions, coming into the lab, peeping out, checking him, and then he's wondering what's going on. And then finally one of the doctors gathers the courage, comes to him and tells him, so Mr. So and so. Again, started jinake sahi.
Yes, it's someone that I know.
Yeah, very well. I'll actually tell you after the show.
Okay.
So let's call him Tom.
Yes.
So Mr. Tom, there's a bit of news. Okay, we didn't find malaria. We didn't find typhoid.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Tom, I don't know how to tell you this, but there's something we found. And what we found was, Mr. Tom, there's no other way to tell you this, but let me just spit it out. It seems you're pregnant. So he's there, and mdomo imefunguka because he's shocked, like, what?
Oh, he's a dude who is pregnant.
Yeah. Yes. You're playing, huh? Doki, are you serious?
Yes.
No. Yes, I'm very much serious. I'm not playing. So kumbe what had happened, eventually realizes that these people are actually very serious that he's pregnant.
Yes.
What had happened is the wife was actually pregnant. So when she replaced the contents na urine yake,
Yes.
what came from the lab was ilipik nini ya bibi.
Okay.
So the guy goes back home and he's devastated and he's confused and everything.
Do you think he actually did tell the wife? Or is still in a state of confusion?
Story is, it was actually cleared out, but at that point the story is he never actually talked about it at that point. He took the first matatu kwenda shags. He had to run home because he kitu ni
kama to go and see the old folks.
Just to see the old folks. Na labda try and look for mitigating whatever's, because ilibidi ameenda home ambia maparoba niko na ball. Sijui imetoka wapi lakini ni noma hivyo. Anyway, that is what jogged my memory as far as that story is concerned. What would you have done? Ama tungekufanyia baby shower na nini ungekuwa fit?
Probably the same thing, because in certain situations, like a lot of people, if you still have your mother around, that's the person you need to run to.
Yeah.
Because I think the mother-child relationship is something that is eternal.
Yeah.
So I think some of the answers that Google does not have, your mother will definitely have. She'll do the first thing, pray for you and all that. Of course, in terms of even the judgment, I think your mothers have little judgment towards you. Hata kwa kona, hata kuonyesha hivyo ya kwanza. So at least uta feel sane a bit.
Yeah, kabisa. And maybe our viewers can also weigh in with a thing or two. Tell us,
what would you have done?
What would that?
What would Jesus do?
What would you do? Ladies, gentlemen, the sky is blue. Good chicks are few. If they're dummies in it, don't join the crew. Kwame will say intel. 2
envelopes here. One is carrying bad news. The other one is carrying good news. Which one should I start with?
I want to go with the good news one.
The good news is we have 10,000 plus subscribers.
What's the bad news?
The subscribers are still in your pocket, inside your phone, your laptops, your smart TVs and all that. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow
on all the platforms.
Yeah.